Prey 2017 was developed by Arcane Studios Austin. It was made using CryEngine 5, which is not the same engine that a lot of people mistake that Dishonored 2 was made with. Dishonored 2 was made with the Void engine and was made by the other Arcane studio. So that's something that needs to be said. Now, my PC is pretty good. You'll see the specs for it. It's decent. I have an MSI RX 480, 8 gigabytes. I'm running it at default settings while I was doing this, because for review purposes, I run everything in default settings so that you can get an idea as to what you can expect. I didn't use any reshade while I was playing the game because it looks good enough. It looks good enough without it. A surprising thing for this game is that mods are actually being made for this game. There are a couple of them already on the Nexus, which is fantastic to see that here are mods for this game that it didn't say mods were supported, but mods are still being made on the Nexus because it's using CryEngine, and CryEngine is moddable. One of the ones that actually allows you to mess around with the interface. I haven't installed any mods yet because I wanted to play through it without mods first. My average frame rates for the game, and I actually measured this for the entirety I was playing the game. My average frame rates were 57 was my average. I had the settings set to very high, and the highest frame rates I got was 60, and the lowest I got was 39 overall. So I was keeping track of my frame rates the entire time I was playing the game. I know not every reviewer does it, but I figured I'd do it for this one just to see how it was. So gameplay wise, the game is very well designed for how you can play it. There are several ways you can approach a thing, like such as getting to an new area. You can go up by climbing to different things. Your mind, basically the game allows you to approach things differently. Like, you don't have to open the door. You can actually go around it or go up or go around. It's quite well done. Combat wise is really interesting because the enemies you're facing are a little different than what is normal. You have abilities, you have weapons. The interface is great and fantastic. I did play the game on the Xbox One controller, partly because I wanted to. I can play with a keyboard and mouse just fine, but for this one I decided to see how the controller interface was, and it's very well designed. It's very well done, and I don't see any reason why you couldn't play this with a keyboard and mouse. In fact, from what others were saying, it's fine. The story is very well done for the game, in my opinion. It's a horror suspense story. Now, that's something I love. I love horror suspense. It's my favorite genre of horror. I don't like horror gore, but I do like horror suspense, which is there's a little bit of mystery. It's well paced. Overall, pretty well done. The setting for the game is in space. Design is industrial / modern / kind of retro future. I like the design for the levels. And yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Overall, I consider it to be a good game. What keeps it from being great is the fact that it had pre-order DLC. Just so you know, for my review scores, it's bad, okay, good, and great from now on. And if there is any pre-order DLC, it can never be great. So that's all there is, and that's a review for Prey.